Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to the Nat 20 Academy's Cliff Notes version of D&D 5e and how to play the game. You're here because you said that you have never played D&D 5e before. Well, perfect. You've come to the right place because Nat 20 Academy is full of people who want to help you learn and enjoy playing this amazing game. D&D 5e is a play system or set of rules that are used to help guide a group of players and their dungeon master, or DM, to tell epic and heroic stories together. Unlike books, movies, and video games, the stories of D&D are always being written, and no one knows in advance where that story will take you. There are 3 authors working cooperatively to tell the story. The first author is the Dungeon Master, or the DM, who builds the world and populates it with creatures and adventures. They paint in the broad strokes to get the story moving, and then they go back and fill in details as the other 2 authors add to the story. The second author are the players. Choices made by the players help to determine what happens in the story. But unlike a book, movie, or video game, what actually happens has an element of chance to it because of the third author. That third author are the dice that are rolled in certain combinations at certain points in the action of the game and ultimately determine if something proposed by the players actually happens. In the simplest of terms, a game of D&D 5e is composed of 4 parts. Part 1 involves a player creating a character that they will then be playing in the game. Characters come in a wide variety of races or species and classes or vocations. They have certain skills and abilities that make them an adventurer out to save the day. Characters come in basically 2 types, those that fight evil at the end of a weapon, and those that take on evil with the use of magic. Part 2 of the game is Roleplay. D&D is called a role-playing game because you play the game through the eyes, ears, and actions of your character. You are playing the role of your character in this story that you're writing. Role-playing is the dialogue between characters, the actions you propose, and how your character acts in certain situations. You get into your character to the depth that you're comfortable, but with time, you'll find that getting to play someone else is a lot of fun, and this game rewards you for suspending disbelief and getting into your character. Part 3 involves exploring your environment. In the game, you're generally presented with a problem that the party has to solve. You need to walk around the environment and talk to non-playing characters to figure out how to go about solving that problem. When you do things in the environment that require extra effort or have a chance of not working as planned, you'll be asked by your DM to make an ability check, a skill check, or in some cases, if you're in trouble, a saving throw. You roll a 20-sided die, known as a d20, and add or subtract the appropriate modifier to that number. This score tells the DM if what you planned worked. During this part of play, you don't have to take turns in any particular order, and the basic rule of play is, well, you can certainly try. The fourth part of play is combat or encounters, where the party is faced with a situation where violence may be the only way out. Combat or encounters are one of the few times in gameplay where you have to take turns proposing actions in a set order, called initiative. The character or monster that rolls the highest on a d20 roll goes first, and so forth to the person or monster with the lowest scores. This is referred to as a round of initiative and represents about 6 seconds of time. 10 such rounds of initiative make up about a minute of gameplay, but may require hours of real time to play through. It's a D&D thing. Things great players in the game do. Listen to what your DM tells you. DMs don't talk to just talk. They're giving you important information and leaving out some juicy bits. Take notes. You will never remember everything that you're told. Work cooperatively with the other players. You all have the same goal, that is to tell a great story, and that only happens when everyone listens to each other and everyone gets a chance to be the center of attention on occasion. This is really important because you can't win D&D. Don't try it. Respect one another's boundaries. Because D&D is a story being actively written, the players and the DM need to pay attention to any topics or issues that make other players uncomfortable. What do you need to play D&D? If you have access to the internet and a device, you can get a free account on a variety of sites on the internet that will help you create a character and then allow you to roll digital dice. Well, pretty much free of cost. If you want to do things a little old school, you can print out a hard copy of your character sheet from sites on the internet for free and purchase a set of dice for around $4 to $6. Oh, you can get carried away with dice and books and everything else under the sun, but these and your imagination are really all that you need. Well, yes, other players and a DM, but they don't exactly fit in your backpack. Well, that's the whirlwind tour of D&D 5e. Nat 20 is filled with classes, workshops, games, and individuals who will help you to learn and grow confident in playing this amazing game. So, welcome aboard. You might want to start with the D&D 5e Basics class and the one-shot game that goes with it. However, you are free to start anywhere that you want. Once again, welcome to Nat 20 Academy. We're very glad that you're here, and we're ready to help you on your journey. Vovant at Marte! Roll for initiative!